So we're up and running. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. And here's Vinicius Junior. He won't be happy with that one. Vinicius Junior. Vitz. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Van Dijk. Now Schlotterbeck. Manchester United, without doubt, seeing more of the ball and looking to turn it now into something meaningful. Alexander-Arnold. Tchouaméni. Alexander-Arnold. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tchouaméni, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Van de Ven. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, just Vinicius Junior! Goal, Italy! And Italy score first. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Aimed beyond the defence. And it's Hakimi. Well, that's well seen too. Tchouaméni.
Manchester United really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Tonali. Tchouaméni.
Manchester United always looking for runners up front here.
Yeah, it is a regular tactic of theirs.
Yeah, it can make life really tough for you from a defensive point of view, having to constantly be on guard with people trying to get in behind.
Vinicius Junior. Mendes is in a really good position out wide. He's got away. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Punched away. Engages and forces him off the ball. Knocks it into space. Can he finish? And a neat finish. A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Italy are now... And the shot! Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois!
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Gravenberch. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. He has found the way through. And it's Gravenberch. Gravenberch. And here's Vinicius Junior. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Wirtz. Tonali. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And it's Mendes. Stood up well to him there. Can he spark a counter here? And that brings the first half to a close. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So right back into the action.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
That's a... Goes for a shot! It's a goal! It is an explosive start to the second half. What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Threads one in. Eder Militao calmly anticipates. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Mohamed Salah.
Mohamed Salah really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled. Manchester United are still behind, but they've increased their level of interest here.
Mohamed Salah being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Mendes picks it up now. Oh, such a clever touch. Mohamed Salah. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Traoré. And that is expertly dealt with.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Traoré has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Mbappe. Tries to play it through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Wirtz, who's set up one goal so far. That's been cut out, well played. And it's Hakimi. So what can they make of this? Tonali. Well, that's a foul, free kick's been given. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number
The two
22.
coaches are signalling
Yes.
changes here, both at
Number
the same
6,
time.
Alexander-Arnold. Number 17, Tonali. Number 19, Mbeumo.
Played
Number
back
11,
into the centre.
Mbappe. Number 10,
Haaland
Mohamed
was only
Salah.
too happy to help out in
Coming on the
defence.
field,
Yeah, listen, we
Number
often get
16,
critical of a forward's
Ferran.
tackle, but that
Number
was
5,
squeaky clean.
Dembele. Number 7, Eze.
Schlotterbeck,
Number 15,
and it's Eze.
Dani Olmo. Number 21,
And they're on him in a
Keller.
flash.
Number 20, Robert Lewandowski.
That's been intercepted.
That's great
in
positioning,
progress.
so good from.
It's Dembele! Dembele! Brilliant! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining, game still on. He gave it plenty and some, thrashed it in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, this poses a very interesting question now, Peter. Do they push on to try and win it in normal time? They certainly have the momentum.
Now it's Mbappe. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Schlotterbeck deals with that comfortably.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Nicely weighted ball. That is good strength. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Good ball. Haaland! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
2 added minutes
good
has been
read.
indicated.
That was well played, well stopped.
That'll be a throw. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Grimaldo. Van Dijk. So 90 minutes have come and gone, it's going to be extra time. So, that was the second half.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So no winner at full time, we will be going the distance.
A quick reminder today that smoking is only allowed in areas shown on this map. Thank you for your cooperation.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 37, Van de Ven. Coming on to
Stern
replace
test
him
this
is
for the endurance, for the
number 12,
character of the players
Gio.
as we head into
Substitution.
extra time. Manchester United displayed great character to force extra time from what looked a pretty ominous situation. The question now is, can they go on to win it? It is doable. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Dembele with the short one. Oh, what has happened here? Dani Olmo! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Italy are looking to go forward now. And he's intervened well there. And it's played forward. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And that has found him in acres of space. It's gone for a throw-in. Now it's Kimmich. Another throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back. Now, can they get him away? Chance! He lifts the roof! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Chouameni.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Dani Olmo. So that was it, the first period of extra
Hello,
time.
attendees, this is a lost
So the
children's
very last
announcement.
of the action
With the
is still to
father of a
come.
boy
Two
in a
teams
blue
separated
hat
here
kindly
by the
makes his way
smallest
to
of
the information
margins.
centre.
Fingernails well bitten everywhere. And the action has already restarted. They have given it everything. It's been gruelling. But who will be standing at the very end? Dembele and Dani Olmo. And it's Chouameni and Fermin. Botman. Fermin. Schlotterbeck does really well to win the ball there. Fermin. Looking for options for movement. Foot in. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Haaland! And one more try! And yes, it's there! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Tchouameni. Thiaw, over to the right flank. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. The referee's awarded a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very
Hello,
nicely
everybody,
here.
and welcome to
Gorgeous,
today's
gorgeous
match.
evening. The skies are clear, the
Manchester
noise
United
is fervent,
against
the atmosphere
Italy.
frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd has a shot! Oh, it's gone in!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels. Well, our first story of the day, and it's a big one. The skipper, to start by doing that, has given everyone a fright, and I think himself too.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes.
Decent chance!
And Boma really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Chouameni. And it's Eze. Tonali. And Cucurella. Eze. Look at the space here. Chance! Bruno Fernandes. Gravenberg. Bruno Fernandes. Good ball, good take. He's found a way through. Gyökeres! It is a fantastic goal. About as smooth as it gets. Italy are back in business. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing.
Can he finish? Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
They've played it short. And it's Eze. And he was alert to it. Gyökeres. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. That's a shade optimistic. Cucurella.
Manchester United.
And it's been given away. Now who's going to be first to this? He's got away. It's out for a goal kick. Schlotterbeck.
That's really good energy, Peter, the way they defend from the front.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Some good work on the right flank here. That's Eze. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Tonali. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Eze. And that could set him on his... Shot at goal! Goal! Manchester United! Into the lead once more. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Manchester United leading now. Now it's Mbappe. Botman. Nuno Mendes. That's tidy. He's on it, can he get away? And the shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Bruno Fernandes actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Oh, great leap! That's a fair try, but just off target.
He probably had a good view of it as well, Peter. Obviously, an inch or two lower, and that's in the back of the net.
Cucurella looking for the run. Now it's Tonali. He's found a way past. Can he get it through? Now it's Mbappe. And that would have been some goal.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
Stood up well to him there. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And he's heaved it away. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Now this could be a chance. There's the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Vinicius Junior is offering a right smile there.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Cucurella. And it's Tonali. Bruno Fernandes. He's shifting through the gears here. Here comes the corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. Well, there's the clearance. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
Manchester United are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Alexander-Arnold chooses to go cross-field.
Good ball, that too.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Oh, he's found support out wide. Mbappe. Manchester United are looking to break at pace. Nuno Mendes. And here's Vinicius Junior.
Vinicius Junior really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He is just caressing the ball. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Alexander-Arnold. He's having a hit! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Oh, that's well done, really robust. Lukaku is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
And here's Mbappe. It's a pretty loose pass.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 19.
Manchester United do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
He's having a shot! And that's another fine save. Alexander-Arnold. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That'll be a throw. And it's Lopez. And here's Haaland.
Italy really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Eze goes looking wide. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 17, Tonali. Number 7, Eze.
Now it's Olise.
Number 9, Rudolf.
Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Number 29, Kai Havertz.
And here's
Substitution
Olise.
in progress.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Taken back almost at once. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. It's run loose here. Knocks it out wide, and it's Mendes.
Italy really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Van Dijk with the clearance. Plays a sharp little ball here. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Now it's Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Kimmich.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Mbappe! And he's managed to get free. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Well, the two
Number
coaches
18,
are signalling changes here,
Cucurella.
both at the same time.
Number 11, Mbappe. Number 6, Alexander-Arnold.
Italy really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain
Number
some pressure.
37, Van de Ven. Number
Well
14,
seen, saw that coming.
Hakimi.
He read that really well and
Substitutions
stopped it.
taking place.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And the number on the board is 3. Kvaratskhelia. Havertz. And that will be the final act. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one
Just a quick
decisive
announcement,
moment.
It is now time for our special lottery.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
Against Italy.
I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So things are underway. And here's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! Cucurella clears.
Vinicius Junior really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He is having a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Now it's Wirtz. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. What a start, free kick in a going for goal!
We all love a trier, Peter, but the wiser choice would have been ball into box. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
That's the keeper's ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
They get a throw in. Tchouaméni. This is a promising build-up. And here's Lukaku. Stood up well to him there. Vinicius Junior, looking for options for movement. Chance, surely! Goal, Italy! And we have liftoff! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Great chance! It's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. So they have it all to do again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's...
Tries a shot! Oh, that probably deserved better.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Chance for a shot! Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Well, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Wirtz. And it's Tonali. Knocks it out wide. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Lukaku.
Manchester United always looking for runners up front here.
Yeah, it is a regular tactic of theirs.
Yeah, it can make life really tough for you from a defensive point of view, having to constantly be on guard with people trying to get in behind.
Gyökeres makes a move down the right. Cucurella. And it's Tonali. Wirtz. And it's Alexander-Arnold. He has a look up. So much time and space here. Tries to get it clear. Tries one from range. Now, who's going to be first to this?
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Wits. Tonali in towards the back stick. And back out. Alexander-Arnold wins the duel this time. Oh, this is a great position. Nice control. Now it's Tonali. Olise. Gyökeres. Picked out brilliantly. He's free, he has got space. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side. And he shoots! Goal, Italy! And they're back in front. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Chance to deliver. And the referee has signalled for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position.
It's Lukaku! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Alexander-Arnold to take it as usual. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. Alexander-Arnold, towering header! Hakimi getting this one clear. Lukaku unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That has been cut short. Vinicius Junior, well read, nice interception. Van Dijk. Mbeumo. Mbeumo running with the ball. Turns back here, probably the best option. Lukaku being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Mendes gets over and intercepts. Looking for a runner. Can he latch on to this? Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Italy clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
That's a shade optimistic. Courtois gets it away. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Now it's Mbappe. Great ball, a chance! It's loose, and there's a race. Oh, what has happened here? And it's Wits. That's good play. He's had a shot! And he's gone looking for safety.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
But they've got it again. Cucurella is the guilty party there.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 22.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 17, Tonali. Number 11, Mbappe. Number
Hernandez.
13, Lukaku.
Almost
Number
75
19,
minutes on the clock now.
Mbeumo. Number 18,
Haaland.
Kukurea. Coming on the field, number 7.
Now this could be a
Eze.
chance.
Number 29, Kai Havertz. Number 21.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Number 10, Mohamed Salah. Number 4, Hernandez. Substitutions taking place.
Hernandez. And it's Tchouaméni. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Now Van Dijk. Hernandez. Oh, good read. Now that looks a decent ball. Good ball, good take. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, sweet feet. Now it's Reinders. Oh, that's nice. Reinders proves just a little bit too strong. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Eze. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Looking to play him in. Shapes to shoot! And that's a tidy finish. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
2 added minutes has been
Time
indicated.
added on will be 2 minutes. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Deftly away. That'll be a throw-in. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Manchester United perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the
And a quick
overall
announcement
disappointment.
today that memorabilia from today's match
So
is
Jim,
now
how do you
on sale
reflect
in
on
the
what we've
stadium
seen?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see...